Well, good evening, folks, and welcome to the channel. Thank you for being here. Thank you for watching. If you're watching live, amazing. If you're watching back at some point in the future, that's also pretty cool. Thank you for being here either way. So just getting ready for this one. As the title suggests, I am indeed rebuilding my base fitness after another bout of illness, it seems. Seems like that's all I'm ever doing at the moment is being ill and then trying to come back. I mean, it's not that bad, to be fair. I had one illness earlier in the year that kept me out for an extended period, and a lot of what I've done in 2024 has been somewhat about trying to get back to something approaching my best. And then sort of October, November, December, I was sort of rocking and rolling. But then got a bit of illness again in December. Took about 10 days, 2 weeks off the bike. And yeah, that in itself, taking that long off the bike when I think I'd just peaked, is damaging enough to the fitness. But whatever hit me actually probably hit me harder than I realised. Day to day walking around, you know, casual life, so to speak, was absolutely fine. You wouldn't know it'd been ill. But jumping back on the Zwift, there were a couple of rides that you could probably go back and watch. Not now, maybe later, after this one, where, of course, I couldn't breathe. Genuinely couldn't breathe after the ride had finished. I think I did 2 ladder league rides thinking, okay, I'm back now, I'm feeling pretty good, given how I felt when I was off the bike. But yeah, put down the effort, the power, and I was in a bad way. So yeah, this block that I'm now in is very much about just rebuilding, effectively. So that's where I am. It's a good time of year to be doing it because, of course, a lot of people have probably had some time off over Christmas and may well find themselves in a similar position. So I don't feel like I'm too far behind. In fact, all I've really got to do is clear the chest and lungs of whatever is causing this sort of lingering congestion, and I think I'll be good again. It's definitely a cardio thing and not a muscular thing, which is nice. But there's no harm in doing a bit more. A bit more in the muscle, is there? So anyway, that'll do for now. Right, just got over 15 minutes to race. I thought I'd start the stream a little bit earlier and chat for a bit, do a good warm-up for a change. So we are doing the race format that I like. I was going to say like the most, but actually like the second most. The race format that I favour is, of course, a ladder series. 4 versus 4 or 5 versus 5. I absolutely love that format. And I'll talk about about that in a minute, but this race format is the chase format. Which somewhat similar in that it's also a sort of pseudo team event. It's all the cats or categories versus. I'm in Cat A tonight, so unfortunately category enforced, otherwise I probably would have dropped myself down to Cat B. But effectively what we've got to do is chase the packs in front of us and try and beat them. So D will set up first with a few minutes gap, then the Cat C's will set off. Again, a few minutes gap to the Cat B's, and finally the Cat A's would be let loose. And it is expected, obviously, that each cat will put up more power than the cat ahead of it, and if timed right, and if each group works cohesively enough together, they will either chase down that pack ahead of them, or of course keep away from the pack behind, which is the objective for the D's, C's and B's. So nice through and offs, nice little surges in power, that sort of STP and threshold. Hopefully watch that number between my group, the Cat A's, and the B's come down steadily. But of course it's not just them we're trying to catch, it's the C's and D's as well, so it will be hard work. And on this course, where we've got, I think it was 29 kilometres tonight, the Greater London Flat, it'll just be a case of just putting down the power consistently, taking short breaks, catching your breath and going again. So although I've said in this video that I'm rebuilding the base, which I am, that's what all my rides this week have been about, this one is about pushing it a little bit. I've really not wanted to do any structured workouts on Zwifts because they hurt, and I'm a bit maybe in fear of hurting at the moment, maybe feeling a bit soft, and yeah, structured workouts are, next to crit races, are some of the most painful things you can do on a indoor turbo trainer. So yeah, I've been a bit hesitant to jump onto one of the very painful sessions. So I'm going to kind of use this chase race tonight to push the envelope a little bit for me. Gosh, look at MJ go. And trying to hit some zones for durations that I haven't hit much recently. But I will also, I think, be sat in the zones where I can be comfortable at times, I hope. If not, I will detach from the A group and jump onto the B's perhaps. We'll see. But the aim for me is to just stay with my Cat A's for as long as possible and put up some good numbers and keep the heart rate under control. So nothing too complicated. Right, we will join the pen in just a minute because the Cat D's and C's etc. will be setting off. And being the good ambassador that I am, I will be jumping in to wish all the other riders good luck and asking and encouraging them to subscribe to this YouTube channel, which I hope you do too. So if you're watching this now, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and give the video a like as well. That would be much appreciated. And apologies because asking for subscribers never seems to feel less cheesy every time I do it. But it does really help, and it motivates as well, you know, knowing that people are watching. Gives me the extra bit of a kick up the arse to put down some power and go for it. So I hope everyone had a good Christmas, if that's what you celebrate. If not, I hope you've had some good time off, or some good overtime if it was an offer and you're that way inclined. Regardless of your preferences and cultures, creeds, religions, etc. I hope you've had some good rides on the bike. I'd love to know here in the live chat if you've been doing the Rapper Festive 500 And if so, how you've got on. I definitely haven't been doing it. I've done, I think, 100k this week, not including this ride. So it works out to like 20%, doesn't it? So, right. Where's my other phone? Right. I'll be right back. Oh no, I won't. Here's my phone, right in front of me. So, I think the cat D's are in another pen, I think. They will set off anytime now. Does this count for ZRS? No. No, it doesn't, Hoekstra. Right. So Manalo says close race last week. D's won by 8 on C's, who were 8 ahead of B's, who were 4 ahead of A's. Well, that must have been close indeed. Must have been fun to be part of that. Right, let's jump into this game. Guillaume Laforest. Posted his YouTube link. That is one thing about the live chat in Zwift, is you can't copy the links, can you? But what you can do, top tip for you, depending on what phone you've got, is screen grab it and then use the OCR basically to scan the links. I know you can definitely do the screen grab on the iPhone, and I've just done it now on the Samsung Galaxy S24. So here's Guillaume Laforest. Yeah. There's some beats going on his channel. Oh. I've only got 5 minutes to go. So, I genuinely have not watched back my last race that I did. In fact, I've got some admin to do. I need to jump in and update the chapters in the video description below in the past couple, but got some new music to listen to in the background of the stream. It's all still from Punch Deck. I'll go to the C's there. All still from Punch Deck. Oh, we've got a C left behind there. Oh man, I feel bad for that iRadar guy. Anyway, yeah, so the same guy who did all the music on all my previous live streams, still using his music here, but yeah, mixed up the tracks a bit. A couple of the original tracks left included in this little playlist as well. But yeah, I thought it's about time to maybe just try some new tunes. Did a ride yesterday and intentionally didn't stream it because it was just a 1 hour kind of free ride, but I intentionally chose to not have my fans turned on, so it was a sweat fest, a real sweat fest, and it was enjoyable, but my kit and my towels were dripping afterwards, so I've washed them all. They're still a bit damp now, but not a bad thing because it means a little bit on the cool side. It's a tactic I actually had in the summer last year or the year before when I was doing a couple of efforts up. Gosh, what's the Zwift equivalent of Mont Ventoux, the Everest? I can't even remember the details now, but it's been such a long time since I've done it. What's the massive climb on Zwift called? Someone drop it in the live chat for me. I've gone blank. Yeah, I did an effort in my garage. Well, there you go. It tells you how long ago it was. A couple of years ago, and it was so warm that I had the fan right on me. I had a wet flannel and I had a bowl full of ice. I was constantly dunking the flannel in and putting it back into my neck. Right now, here in the garage, showing a 13 hang on, it was showing Fahrenheit then, of course no one knows what that means. 13 degrees Celsius exactly. Oh. Remind me to check in with the temperature at the end of the ride as well, because it's almost certain to be higher than that. In fact, it's already gone up to 13.1, so right, just over just under 2 minutes to go. Wonder whether I should change to the drum bike for this one. What do we reckon? Yeah. Garage, frame, Tron. Yeah, let's change. Right, just under a minute. 30 seconds is time for the fan to go on and the camera to change, and for us to get down to business. Right, here we go. I'm going to mute this for a second. Here we go. Hopefully that sounds okay. It's a big pack of Cat A's, so hopefully we can do this. Oh. Oh. So, oh God, so many towels. Oh, I have so many towels because I'm a sweaty guy. Right, so how did we do? With it being a chase race, of course, I'm not too concerned about personal result. More concerned about the overall category result for the Cat A's, which I'll be able to check out shortly after this stream on Swift Power and of course on Swift Companion app. But the results won't come through until all cats are over the line, and there was quite a big gap, a big delta between those of us who have finished already and those who are still out on course, so won't be able to do too much checking just yet. But in terms of personal performance, 3.9 watts per kilo for 20 minutes, and for the nearly 39 minutes, 3.8 watts per kilo, 299 watts. So quite some way off my best, where I've been able to do 4.5 watts per kilo for similar times, sometimes longer. And my best power for 8 minutes in the last 90 days has been like 380 something watts, so I'm definitely way off. I think at the moment, the idea of doing 380 watts for any more than a minute or two, especially 8 minutes, is enough to cause me to fall off the bike in exhaustion just thinking about it. So I'm not there yet, but this is a very positive step in the right direction, because not only is the power number better than the most recent efforts, but the sensation as well, the feeling, the desire to hurt is there. Of course, I pulled the pin with what, 6 or so kilometers to go, but after just a minute of catching my breath, I was able to then start putting down some effort again. So that's also promising, knowing that really I was 2 matches away from being able to sort of stay with that front group. For those of you who don't know, or maybe don't use the same cycling terminology, when I talk about a match, I'm talking about a metaphorical match, you know, when you strike a match to light something, like a birthday candle or a cigar. Of course that metaphor applies because you've got a limited number of matches in a box that you can strike before they're all gone and you're empty, so that applies here and there. And that I'd use a lot of my matches. In fact, I'd use a fair few matches, I think twice to get back on. But only a week or two ago, I probably would have done half of the first lap, maybe the first lap in its entirety, but I definitely would have dropped out as soon as the second lap kicked in. So happy to get that far, and happy to put in those 2 big efforts to get back on, and then happy to find a little bit of something remaining in the tank to then go again and to catch up to much, and then ride with him for a bit before dropping him. The idea was, I was really trying to catch up to D. Sherman. But yeah, he had good legs as well, so well done and fair play to him. Massive well done to 4th and 5th, Oldfield and Steger, for their watts per kilo. Oldfield, who finished 4th there, says 17 in brackets, I'm guessing that's his age, so he's going to be a lightweight rider, so well done to him. But Seaman and Nelson in 1st and 2nd with 363 watts average, and Nelson 239 watts average. That's some good numbers there, guys. Well done, really well done. Alright, well, that's what I would call a ride for progress. I'm really happy with that, and of course another hour or so in the legs to try and get me up to about 5.5 hours for the week. I'm going to do a bit of a cool down now, very gentle pedal while I watch something on the iPad, I think. And then go and have a feed, watch a bit of TV and go to sleep, I think. And maybe I'll sit there with a laptop and put some of those chapters in the previous videos like I mentioned. Alright, well, hope to see you again very soon. Lots of interesting, exciting things coming up. As I mentioned in a previous video, I'm going to be ride captaining for the Coalition YEDX team in the Ladder League series, so there may be a practice race next week coming up, we'll see. But of course the new ladder season starts on 1st of January. We've been working hard to sign a few new riders to our new YEDX roster, looking very strong indeed. And yeah, this is a good sign. Hopefully it means I can be competitive in the Ladder League. Some of the riders we got signed up to the team are looking extremely good on paper, so hopefully they can put those efforts and put those numbers down in practice, and with Topia as well, and we can climb the ladder. So if you want to see more about that, or you want to watch more and learn more about that, I should say, please do give the video a like and the channel a subscribe. That'll help me to appear in your feed, and if you really enjoyed this, then don't hesitate to give that bell button a little click as well, so you'll get notifications when new streams are scheduled or when I go live. But of course, if you really want to support me, one of the best ways you can do that, and you'll be supporting my family as well, I should add, is to head over to highjustride.com, my website, and pick up some cool merch. I'll be really thankful if you could do that. That would be amazing. Otherwise, find me over on Instagram at Mr. Zwifter, and all the links you need will be in my bio over there as well. Thanks very much for tuning in. I'll see you on the next one. See ya. Thanks for tuning in.